Hello, friends.
It's Harry and Liz, and this is our box truck conversion, tiny home on wheels. It's the second conversion we've done, and we're super excited about it. So, without further ado, let's give you a tour. All right, so starting off here, we're gonna talk about everything. Every reason why we love this van, and maybe all the reasons why we don't love it. Who knows? We'll see. So first, we have a nice step here. This is a great step. Think of it like a front porch. It's beautiful. It also protects like the rear of the truck if anyone were to bump into us. There's a tow hitch here. So it's got the little outlet here, capabilities to tow a little boat or something behind you. More things on the back of the van. We have two windows here which we installed on the back. They open up, they have nice little screens there. Creates a nice little airflow. We also have this awesome aluminum ladder here. Came with the van as well, and it just allows some nice roof access to access the solar panels. So that leads me to the solar. We have 4 solar panels on the roof, 400 watts coming in. They're Renogy solar panels, and we'll talk more about all the electrical system later. One more thing on the side, on the outside of the van, we have a shore power inlet. So this allows us to plug into a house and charge our batteries from an actual like 120 volt outlet from a house or a building. Water fill valve. This is where we fill the water for the water tank. And we have a 39 gallon water tank on the inside, and we'll show you that in a minute. All right, so coming on to the inside. These 2 rear benches here in the back to start us off. It's 4 feet for each bench, so you can easily seat, 3 or 4 people on each side, and it makes for a nice little entertaining area. We've got this table here, which is on a lagoon swivel mount, so it swivels around, spins, and yeah, it's really nice because it just tucks away right here against the cushions, and we have this nice walkway still. So under this bench we have our water tank. It's a 39 gallon water tank, and then we also have a 55 psi sea-flow water pump. Other than that, it's pretty much storage for things like a fire extinguisher, some little bits and bobs that can kind of like a little garage storage area. All right, so under this bench here, this is all of our electrical system. So it looks a little hectic, but everything is electrically correct. What we got going on here is we have 2 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries from Renogy. Then we have a 3000 watt inverter charger, which allows us to charge from shore power, like we talked about earlier, but it also converts the 12 volt DC power to 120 volt AC power. Next we have a Renogy 40 amp DC to DC battery charger. This allows us to charge our house batteries while we're driving the van. So we just flip a switch on the front and the dash, which we installed, and whenever we're driving the car, we're charging our batteries. So if it's cloudy or we're not getting any solar, just go for a little drive and we top up the batteries. So on this back corner here, we have a few things going on. We have a vent fan, which is just like a computer fan, which there's an intake here and an outtake there, and it basically just allows airflow to keep the electronics cool. It's on a temperature sensor, so whenever it gets over 110 degrees inside this box, that's when the fans kick on. We also have a 12 volt like cigarette lighter outlet here, which allows us to charge our, or not charge, but inflate our electric paddle boards, which is really nice to have on the back here. You can kind of use it to inflate little toys and stuff like that. As we mentioned earlier, we had these 2 switches which actually came with the van. One is the floodlights on the top of the rear of the van, and then the other one is a light inside the van in the middle, which was already wired in here, and we just decided to keep it and just rewired the switches here. AC DC distribution panel. This has all of our 12 volt fuses and all of our 120 volt breakers. So right here we have a big exit window which we installed, and we really like this window. You can kind of open it up like this and allows a bunch of air to come in. You can even technically have it open when it's kind of raining because it creates like a little awning. You can easily pop out the screen and actually use it as an evacuation window if you need to. And it's really nice because we get these great views out the side while we're sitting here. So we really enjoy having this window here. And then moving over here, we have the control panel. So this is where most of our lights and kind of electronics are wired to. Right here we have our battery monitor screen. So this connects directly to the batteries, and it shows us all types of things like how much voltage we have left, what's our state of charge. We're on 97% right now, and what our total capacity of the battery is, and how many amps are being going in and out. Right here we have our inverter charger switch. So by pressing this button, this allows us to use the household 120 volt outlets to power our 120 volt appliances. So whenever we need to charge like drone batteries or things like that, we just turn the inverter on and we're able to do that. Right here we have the heater monitor. So this is an Autoterm planar 2D diesel airtop heater. It's actually from Russia. And yeah, it's a great heater. It's similar to the Webasto, and all you have to do is you know, press like 2 buttons here, and then you have heat, and it runs off diesel. We have a diesel tank down there, and it's super efficient, and it keeps the van super warm at night. And really, we haven't even really needed to use it yet, and it's, you know, early March right now, because this van is really well insulated, and at night the temperature does stay pretty warm in here, especially under the covers in the bed. That leads me to the bed. We haven't talked about the bed yet. This is the switch for the bed lift. So yes, we have an electric bed lift. It's on a switch. You just press this button and the bed goes up and down. So I'm just gonna show you, bring the bed all the way down. Our bed's kind of a mess right now. This is a Happy Jack bed lift, and it's a little bit bigger than a twin. It's like 43 inches wide. Liz and I fit in here, no problem. And yeah, you get these great views, and you don't really have to like make up or like transform your bed every day. All you do is press the switch and the bed goes back up. These are the 4 different light circuits that we have on this panel, and we have the ceiling lights, the light for this desk area, the light around the bed, and then the lights for the floors. So we do have floor lighting as well. This is a 12 volt outlet, so it's a USB and a USB type C right there. It just comes straight off the batteries. This 120 volt outlet, which has these 2 USB outlets on it as well.
Alrighty, so we're moving on to the next part. We have lovely sage green cabinets, and there's a lot of storage down in these lower cabinets down here, and also the upper cabinets. We have beautiful butcher block that we love. It's really durable and it's beautiful. We have a cute little mirror right here with some hooks if you wanted to hang anything. As I mentioned, these cabinets are awesome. They're really big, they're beautiful, they're sage green. Not only do they hold a lot of things, but they also are on magnets, so they stay closed while we drive, which is very convenient for van life. Down here we have my personal favorite part of the van, which is the fridge, because I love eating food, especially fresh food. This is a Dometic 12 volt fridge, and you just open it up like this, and has a little space for everything that you need. And there's also a freezer up here, so you can put any frozen items. And I actually really like that it latches, because it stays closed when you drive. So it's, yeah, it locks in place. We built 2 cubbies just for more storage. So up here you could do spices, you know, kind of just any other kitchen things. We just have a random paper towel thing and drone at the moment. In this little skinny cubby right here, we just store our yoga mat and also the diesel for the heater. We decided to put it here with easy access, so we could unscrew the lid and pour it in to fill it up. So yeah, this is where we decided to put it in, and then it comes out through this hole, the heat does. So it's just connected through here, and yeah, just a little kitchen section going on. We have another lower cabinet down here, and so this is a great place to put clothes, anything, you know, it's the main closet space of the van. And up here we have our Max Air vent fan. We went with white, as you can tell, and it blows in and out, and this acts as a very natural air conditioner, you could say. It creates, yeah, really nice airflow, and so then you don't have to run an air conditioner because it just feels really natural and good, and it gets the job done. So we really enjoy our Max Air vent fan. Here we have our pocket door that goes to the cab. It goes all the way, and then you can open it all the way up to the cab. This is pretty dandy because when we want more privacy, if we don't want people looking in from the outside, we can just close it and it feels, yeah, pretty secure. Up here is the overcab section, and believe it or not, it goes very deep and wide, so you can actually throw a ton of stuff up there. Harrison has his golf clubs, we have slack lines, we have just, you know, camping chairs, all the goods are just stuffed back here, and we just created a net to keep everything secure and in there. So this is fun, and you can just undo the net to grab things and put it back up. So this is the best place for storage. Who needs a Planet Fitness membership when you got your own shower? So we have a 2x2 shower. It's perfect for one person, and we have a little shelf right here. You can put shampoo, conditioner, body wash, etc. And we do have a Nautilus shower door. This was really big for us and important for us to do on this build, as we had a shower curtain on our last build and we just didn't really like it as much. So we invested in the Nautilus shower door, and it's great. We have a Dometic cassette toilet down here. So whenever we want to shower, we just scoot it out of the way and step in, and it's perfect. I like this shower head. It's a big square shower head, so it feels nice. Feels like a waterfall. And we have a shower light that you can shine. On this side of the van, we have our lovely kitchen where all the magic happens and where we can nourish our bodies. We have just a kitchen light down here. So we have a 120 volt electric induction stove that we actually put up here on the counter when we're ready to cook, and just plug it right in. And it's nice to be able to move it around to different places and also have this space open if we choose to. So that's really easy to just take on and off the counter. We have our awesome sink right here with a pretty deep sink base, which is awesome and really nice. I really appreciate this. We have our water pump switch right here where we just go like that to turn it on and turn it off. Last but not least is the kitchen cabinets. This is great for dried goods, just upper cabinet storage for food. Down here in this one, we just have pots and pans and more of our heavy kitchenware. And on this side, below the sink, is our hot water heater, which is an electric hot water heater, and it enables us to be able to take hot showers. So that's really nice to have that as a feature. I am sitting on our cushions that we sewed ourselves. And the fabric is Sunbrella fabric, which is durable, it's waterproof. We learned through our last build that, you know, stuff happens, you spill coffee, you spill a drink, and it stains, and it's really unfortunate. So we're like, we're definitely gonna do waterproof cushions this time, and it was well worth learning how to make these types of cushions. We used a sewing machine and lots of, I wouldn't say blood, sweat, and tears because there's no blood, but sweat and tears and love went into it. For the floor, we have a fun greenish color. It matches the cabinets, and it also hides the dirt really well, which we love because you spend a lot of time outside when you live in a van. And we just decided to throw this mat down so you can just wipe off your shoes. But the floor is linoleum, and fun fact, linoleum is actually eco-friendly, and it's also hyperallergenic. If you have a dog, perfect for cleaning dog hair out of the van. So we really like linoleum. It's been great for us, and as I said, it's very durable, so it's super strong, and yeah, we love it.
So the front cab is actually pretty nice in this truck. It's got a nice little radio set up here, you know, phone charger. This is another switch actually for the rear floodlights. So this actually engages the lights on the back of the van. And then this switch right here is the switch for the alternator charger. So whenever we're driving and we want to charge the house batteries, just flip this switch and we'll charges the batteries pretty fast. But yeah, pretty clean front here. The seats are pretty nice. We got these armrests that fold down on both sides. And we got our one wheels stored behind the driver's seat here, and yeah, we really enjoy it. So for the truck itself, this is a 2012 Chevy Express cutaway box van. The box itself is a 10-foot box, so it's 10 feet long, it's 7 feet wide, and I think like 6.5 feet tall on the inside when you're standing. It actually runs like a champion. We just drove it from Maine to California and we had really no issues at all. A lot of love has been poured into this truck. It does have 150,000 miles now, but we have recently replaced several things and poured a lot of, you know, time and love and energy into it, and it's just running perfectly. Things we have, power locks on the doors, remote power locks on the keys, and then we also have power windows. So it feels like a, you know, even though it's a 2012, but it feels like a newer, you know, sort of modern era truck. So yeah, last couple things, it's a 6.0 liter gasoline engine, different than a Ram ProMaster or a Sprinter, but like functionally it really acts the same. The only difference is it doesn't have a side door, but it does have those rear doors as an entryway, where a lot of van builds, that's blocked by like a bed or something. So it's just a little different, but we actually prefer this with the pocket door walk through to the front and entering in the rear mostly. And when it's just us day to day going and doing groceries and stuff, we just enter and exit through the front doors. Yeah, but we love how it looks. We love, you know, the all-terrain tires and the window on the side, and yeah, we're just super stoked on this van. All right, so that's pretty much it for the van tour. We hope you enjoyed it. We put a lot of love into this build and we really enjoyed building it out, and we've really been enjoying this trip from Maine to California, and it's really given us an experience of what it's like to live inside this van.
I wish we weren't selling it and we could keep it, but we'll build many more, so more vans to come.
Yep, it'll definitely be bittersweet to get rid of this van, so it is for sale. We are super excited to pass this on to the next owner. We think you're really gonna enjoy it, and yeah, if you are interested or know anyone interested, just feel free to send us an email on our website or send us a DM on Instagram. And yeah, we look forward to chatting with you and showing you the van in person. But yeah, I guess that's about it.
That's on my end, and so it is.
Peace out from Joshua Tree.
Bye.